Good morning, everybody. Out in my garden. Got a couple projects I got to do today. Check out my cucumbers. Woohoo! Excited. So if y'all don't remember, I'm in zone 9B, and our corn, as you can see over here, I've already harvested it all. So today I'm going to take this out. Now, you have heard people say they do crop rotation. We are not going to do that. We don't have that big of a space. So I'm going to be taking out all these stalks, and I'll be adding a little amendment to it. It's going to rest for about a week. I've ordered some more seeds from Haas Tools, so we'll see how they do, because these were from Baker Creek. So I know how they did, so I'll get to see how Haas Tools corn does. So before we get to tearing out my corn, I'm just going to pick a few green beans here from the garden, and I'll make some breakfast. I'll show you what I'm making, but as you can see, this is my popcorn, so this is not coming out today. And look, it is doing great. This is the black popcorn that I got from Baker Creek Seeds. So this is all going to just stay up, and I will let it completely dry out on the stalk out here in the garden. But all my sweet corn, that's coming out today. So off to the kitchen to make some breakfast. Taking these guys with me. So today for breakfast, I got a few green beans out of the garden, some eggs for my chickens. I have some onion, got my tortilla shell, salt and pepper. Now, you wouldn't think this would actually go together, but it actually is really good. If you've ever had like Nepalese and eggs, which is a cactus, this kind of resembles that. So let's get to cooking. So into my pan, I'm just putting just a little bit of butter. I've got my onions all chopped up, my green beans chopped up. So I'm just gonna get everything in the pan and we'll go from there. So on medium heat, I'm just going to basically saute this a little bit. My onions will get translucent, and my green beans will get a little soft. I'm not going to cook them completely down, because I still kind of want them a little bit crunchy. So now that the onions are translucent, I added just a little bit of water, and I added a little bit of pepper. Try not to add the salt yet, because I want to see if it actually needs it. And I'm just letting the water just steam off, and that will finish off my green beans. So we're just going to let that steam off, and then we're going to get our eggs ready. So the water has steamed off, and I'm just going to add my 3 eggs. You can make this to whatever portion size you need, but we're just going to scramble these up. And I've got my tortilla pan heating up so I can get my tortilla shell ready. So I'm just warming up my tortilla shell and put it on my plate. All right, so after it's scrambled up, it's gonna look like this. It actually looks pretty good. I got some of my husband's pico de gallo sauce that he made the other day. I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit of that on there, and we're gonna wrap it up. So here we go. We're gonna start tearing out this corn. So like I said, I was gonna let this soil rest. I've got it all, the corn pulled out, and I got it semi-weeded. So I've got a few things I gotta do before I can let it rest, and then we're gonna get back to it. Check it out. I did miss some, so I've got a few more ears. I got some old coffee grounds. So I'm just going down the row and add this to it. And then when I'm done with that, I'm cleaning out the chicken coop, so I'm gonna dump that on there. So I got my bucket of chicken manure. Just gonna sprinkle that on, just down the row, right over the sprinklers. What's gonna happen is, since I'm letting it rest for a week, the sprinklers are still on, so they're gonna just kind of put this down into the soil. All right, so you can see I didn't go all crazy with the chicken manure and stuff. Just enough over the row itself. And that's just pine shavings and chicken poo out of the coop. So, and I managed not to make my bees very angry, which is good. So we're just gonna let that rest for about a week. Let it water in with the system, and we'll go from there. I think the chickens are having a good time picking through the old corn.